welcome. We are here at the factory where we are every third Thursday. I am your host, Esty, and I am here with some awesome from the Boys and Girls Club, specifically the West Side branch. Now today, the exhibit we have is Incursion Illustrations. I want you to tell everybody here in Orlando, what does this exhibit mean to you?
I think it means to me that people expressing their feelings on a piece of paper to show what they're really thinking in their mind without telling it, but just on a screen.
How beautiful is that? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm really excited to see the artwork. All right, we're gonna go inside. Moments ago, I had some of the kids talking with me here about what the artwork meant to them today in the Incursion Illustrations exhibit. Gary, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. It's great to be here, huh? What a lot of fun.
I love it. Look at the energy. The kids have been grabbing him, hugging him. I mean, it's just been amazing. Now, tell us a little bit about what you do for the Boys and Girls Club. I see that we are showcasing a lot of the artwork from the students.
Well, this is our annual art display, and the kids each year put together their art. We take the best art, bring it down. It's a great partnership with City Arts. You know, at the Boys and Girls Club, we serve over 10,000 children annually, and they come every day, and we provide for them help in their homework and academics. We provide character development services and really keep them safe and encouraged and motivated to achieve their future. There are actually 31 clubs in Orange, Osceola, Seminole, and Brevard County. So we serve, we've got a pretty big footprint, a lot of kids, a lot of great kids.
So what does it mean to you then to see the artwork of these students? And this is their creativity. This is, you know, their personal experiences and emotions.
Well, you know, the artwork is incredible. Their talent is amazing. But what really thrills me is how much, how happy it makes them for the recognition and having their artwork displayed and how excited they are. And then just the dynamics of the kids enjoying the time with each other and the adults. It's really fascinating.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I've had all the kids, they're like, come here, look at this artwork. Look at this one's my favorite. Look at this one I did. Look at this one. I'm like, I love it to see their eyes just glistening with the excitement that they've produced something and is being showcased.
Yeah, you know, after 36 years of working for Boys and Girls Club, this is really why I do it and why our team does it. We love children. We love to see children accomplish things and be successful and really feel good about the direction of their lives. So this is a lot of fun for us.
Well, it's a lot of fun for us as well because this was not what I expected. I thought, okay, some artwork, a few students. This is more than a class. I feel like it's been an assembly of kids. They're awesome artwork. It's been a lot of fun. Now I see that we do have some of your artwork showcased tonight. It's right here. We can take a look at that. I love it already. Bling, bling. You know, girls love shining stuff. But go ahead and explain to us maybe the material that you're using. What does it mean to you? Tell us a little bit about this artwork.
It's made out of copper, and I just carved it into it. And
you carved into the copper?
Yeah.
What'd you carve with?
Pencil.
You carved with a pencil into copper?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, cool. Sorry to interrupt you. I think that's amazing. Go ahead.
I call it Haiti because that's where I'm from, like my hometown. So this is like basically the house and how it looks down there. And like, that's it.
Is this all from memory? Because there's a lot of detail. I see, is this like I feel like it's a wheat field? I don't know if I'm correct. Is that from memory or are these from pictures that you actually have?
Oh, those are from memory.
From memory?
I took a visit down there, so it's kind of clear.
All right, cool. So what else do you do? What do you like to do here in the city? You know, is art your only thing or is there other elements of art that you like to do?
No, I like to play basketball, hang out, and go to my Boys and Girls Club.
And the Boys and Girls Club. Cool. Well, I'm so happy to meet you, Residence Benjamin. Give a little bit of a story of about yourself and who you are, what you like to do.
Well, I've actually been a photojournalist for the last 13 years, so I've been focusing on kind of like the hard news side of it, unfortunately like the murders and the fires and stuff like that. So I've taken a complete departure from that now, and now I'm focusing on art and serenity.
And fun, and peace. You've gone completely opposite.
Completely opposite. It's like a total transformation.
Yeah, very cool. Now let's focus on one of your art pieces right here. If you could tell us a little bit about this. I love the colors. Very bright and vibrant, like you were saying, very happy.
Thanks. Yeah, no, this is completely opposite. This is actually, I look like a crazy woman when I took this because this is in a parking lot and these are actually grass, like grass seeds, and I laid underneath it because the light was hitting it perfectly. And
wait, grass seeds or like the blades or?
Yeah, those are actually the blades. And then the little circles that you see are actually the seed pockets. And when I was walking by, the light just happened to hit it, and I always have my camera on me. So like a crazy woman, I laid it in the middle of a parking lot on the ground under the grass seeds and shot up at the lights and that's how I got it.
I totally love that. You just totally immersed yourself in the artwork. You're like, I'm not gonna just snap the grass. I'm gonna lay, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get the shot.
I make it happen. I see it and I make it happen, whatever it takes.
Now, what motivates you to do this? What really just, spikes your interest into, it sparks it, to get out there and get that camera and catch this?
I don't know how to do anything else. I mean, this is what I like.
So it's innate. I mean, this is you.
This is me. This is what I do. I can't imagine doing anything else. Whether it be with a video camera or whether it be with a still camera, just images are my life. That's all I see. I can't help it.
Yeah, I think that's really cool to hear somebody that is so passionate about it. You're not just like, I like to take photos. You really enjoy it and you immerse yourself. And even before, like we're talking right now with you, she and I were getting to know each other, and you felt the energy and the passion right there just from you and I speaking, and I love it. I think it's awesome. We're over here and we're looking at the Incursion Illustrations. It's an awesome exhibit. We've met with the Boys and Girls Club moments ago. We had other artwork and cinematography, and we've had all these really cool things. Now I want to talk to you about yours, because again, I feel like the theme today is vibrant colors, life, happy, and it makes me happy. So tell us a little bit about your artwork. Is it behind you right here? Perfect.
So basically, the piece here is part of the old Amway Center. It was when they were taking it down.
Okay, I thought that. Sorry, I was like, what does that look? But I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, so kind of the opposite of whole life thing. It's actually its destruction. After they blew it away, it took them about maybe 2 or 3 months to actually tear the entire thing down. So during that span, I actually went back numerous amount of times and managed to get a lot of different shots, and so this is one of my more favorite ones.
Now, where were you? Because I see a lot, if we get the camera there, like I see the rubble on the floor, then you see the remaining, the remnants of the building. Were you crouched? I mean, how, tell me how it happened.
For the most part, you weren't actually allowed in the site. It was fenced off.
Okay.
So I kind of used camera trickery to use my wide-angle lens and do a panorama of the area, and then using the panorama after I built a giant image, I cropped it down to one specific picture.
Okay, very, very cool. Again, with the vibrant colors, like everything is so alive. So what do? You love this artwork. When did you start? Tell me a little bit about yourself. How old were you when you said, I have a talent and I'm gonna display it?
I probably started photography about 3 years ago. I started showing maybe only a year ago. Basically, I kind of just picked up a camera and started using it.
Okay, that was simple enough.
Yeah. I'm a very technical person. When I try and do something specific with photography, I rather build the device than actually buy it.
Don't tell me you built a camera. Stop it, Jeff.
No, actually one of my cameras is an infrared camera. I took it apart and put it back together using an infrared sensor, so it actually does different coloration on certain pictures.
Oh my gosh, how much do you love Jeff? I think I'm in love, Jeff. Okay, so coupling your technical background or interest with the artistic side of you as well. I mean, you've come out with really cool art.
Thank you. And this is actually one of my other ones where instead of buying a water drop machine after I figured out how everything worked, I built one.
You built a water drop machine? I don't even know what a water drop machine is. This is amazing. Tell me, please, explain that a little bit.
So basically, I started off trying to just play with doing water drop stuff, but you have, in order to get collision, this is two drops of milk in water colliding together. In order to get that collision, you have to have a bit more precision rather than just poking a hole in the bottom of the bag, which is what I started with. So I went to Skycraft. Most of the machines you can buy online are about $400, $500. I went to Skycraft and put one together using a manual remote instead of an automatic one for about $30
Okay, Jeff, you've left me stunned. The whole time in this camera, my mouth was like, oh, really? That's amazing. That is so cool. I mean, you obviously have an interest. I would have never guessed. I mean, you look at this and I can't believe that. That's really, really neat. So you're an artist, you're a technical master, and we love you.
I am an artist for the Incursion show.
Very cool. Now I am standing in front of it, so we'll focus kind of on one at a time. I love them. Very dainty, very girly, goes with your look. So tell us a little bit about this. Let's go on the first piece with the air balloons.
Well, I'm a children's illustrator, so I try to appeal to little kids. They kind of love it. So this is called Runaway Zoo. I kind of thought animals at a circus, they're kind of bored with their lives, so this is them escaping it. I know, I kind of think like that. They're all pretty much about escaping to a different territory, not running away on land, just in the sky,
Yeah.
Yes, okay, and then this one over here, which is called In the Sky with Diamonds, it's actually kind of the same concept about a little boy, he's trying to you know, express himself and, you know, run away from his issues, which are kind of trapped behind this door right here.
Okay, I want to open the door. We're going to open the door and we're going to read it. Do you want to read it?
Yeah,
Do you remember?
I don't remember it.
Okay, we'll read it together. Here, can we see it?
What is it? I can't see
Okay,
it.
far from once was, but not yet what I am going to be. Author unknown. Oh my God, how cute is that? And inspiring.
Yeah, so yeah, I did that because it kind of symbolizes my journey through life, you know, trying to find who I am as well.
Oh God, I'm still trying to find who I feel like I'm gonna be like 70 and have no idea.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. And then about this one, I love this too.
Yeah, Fly Me Away. It's about a little boy and a little girl couple. Like, she started to fly away herself, but you know, he saw her kind of escaping as well, so he wanted to join her, and they kind of become that relationship together.
Oh my God, how cute are you? Everything is so dainty and girly and inspirational.
I know, it's super fun to make. That's why I love doing it. You know, the kids love it too, so it's like, you know, I get to express myself through my artwork, you know, my inner child, as to say.
Okay, so again, where is this displayed? You were saying the children, and you display it at schools? What were you saying that?
Well, I have a studio that I run. It's actually in Charlottesville,
okay.
Virginia. Yeah, and I started doing it here. I had it on display here, and that's when I started my style, actually.
Oh my gosh, and then one quick question. I know we've been harping on the fact that yes, it is delicate, it is girly, it is dainty, but what inspired you? What was really that? You know what, this is the way I'm gonna go. You chose a direction with your art.
Yeah, well, I started to think of what I liked to do when I was a kid, really, and I like to experiment with crafts, but I wanted to take it to a more sophisticated level. So even though at first glance they're kind of like, no, these children's illustrations like fun, you know, and quirky, but deep down it's really, you know, my inner self, how I'm trying to express myself and just kind of escape all the things that everyone can relate to. You know, there's always some problems that we need to escape, but I just chose this style to do because it's still fun, what I love to do and what I've been doing for a very long time.
I think it's so great. I really just think it's adorable and being really genuine, and I love that girly, again, dainty feel. So yeah, I like the pastels. It's very fun. So thank you so much again. It's the Incursion Illustrations, and I am here with the curator, Jean. So nice to meet you, Jean.
Hey.
So, okay, tell us a little bit about the event, and you're the man of the hour. You're going to get all the attention. The spotlight's on you. Tell us a little bit about the exhibit.
Well, the exhibit actually originally started when I was trying to bring together a lot of the illustration students that I was in at OXA, which was my home school.
Oh, okay.
And then it just kind of extended into the whole idea of focusing on illustrative work, which is about communication and things like that. And I guess I like work that's more concrete, so that's why I like to focus on that sort of genre of work.
Okay, very cool. Well, you've done a great job. I want to talk about this specific artwork. This is yours, right? Let's get close to it. I'll scoot over here. Okay, so let's chat about it. What inspired you here with this painting? I love to ask that question. I don't mean to sound cliche, but it's so interesting to hear how somebody gets maybe a moment in their life, a thought, or it was like, I don't know, I woke up and just did it. What about you? What's your story?
I think I'm really interested in like artists like Egon Schiele, so he was one of my inspirations for this piece. He did a lot of like self-portraits and things that focus on himself, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess my whole idea is I see a lot of women being portrayed in a lot of work these days, and I guess I like to bring a sort of duality into my works. So my work is not really like about like women or men, it's about androgyny. And I guess that's just what interests me in these pieces and exploring like the visceral and I guess like things that are internal.
Yeah, I think that's really neat. So, okay, so let's break down maybe this painting for the viewers that are at home and androgyny, like the men and women. Like, can you explain a little bit about the, I guess, the feminine parts of this picture, the masculine parts, and how you kind of chose where to place that?
Well, I guess I put it in a pose that's not generally seen as, I guess you could say, manly. I like to expose something that looks more vulnerable.
Okay.
So it's a different side of a man.
Perfect. I think it's really neat. I mean, you can check out the bottom too. The body's not done. And it's incomplete in a sense. What were you thinking at that point?
Well, like I said, because it's about vulnerability, it's sort of about like, I guess like, maybe like heartbrokenness, I guess, is what I was sort of like going through.
I could feel that. I mean, I could see that in her eyes and just kind of like in the features.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like, it's a mix of things. It's not something that I can really explain. It's more about like, just...
I wonder if people can interpret it in their own way.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like most art is subjective. Like what it could mean to me might not necessarily apply to someone else, but I guess maybe what I choose to portray might influence someone differently.
Okay, yes, I love that take on it, absolutely, because I know that I came here and I thought of kind of a vulnerable feeling. I looked at the art and I said, I can kind of sense a vulnerability. Caught onto the spider, I'm wondering what that is.
I guess I like, well, I'm really into like sort of like morbid work too, so I tried to add like a sort of like, I don't want to say like a creepy factor to my work, but just something like dark to it.
Yeah, totally, that's fun. This is art. That's what I love about this, is everyone that I'm meeting and speaking to, such different stories. I haven't met an artist who has the same story as another artist at all, and it blows my mind. I've been doing this now for a while, and it's like, when am I going to get a repeat story? Never, because it really speaks to everybody individually. So, Jean, I'm so happy to have met you. I'm really impressed by your artwork, and I'm so happy that you have been able, again, the man of the hour, have been able to put this together and just being inspired. So, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
On canvas, yeah, a lot of layers, a lot of weird experimentation with textures and colors. Just kind of instinctual and fun.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, super fun. I love this style. Very vintagey, like I just previously mentioned. What made you think of this? You know, you see a lot of people, I always love to think, what kind of made you think, yeah, this is going to be my niche?
It's, you know, a lot of years of trying stuff out and failing. And
you don't fail. Art, you never fail.
It's just fun, and it's, I don't know, just kind of get lost.
Okay, so how do you do this? Okay, so tell me, what goes into this? What's the process? If you can kind of put it in a nutshell. Not releasing the art is secret, of course, but.
It's like paper collage on canvas and paint, and then a lot of hours of just trying and gluing.
You're making it sound really laissez-faire. Like he's like, it's whatever. No, I'm sure you put a lot of time into there.
There's time, but it goes quick sometimes too.
Yeah, because it is fun, absolutely.
Well, my stuff is about patterns and nature, and it's about symbolism. I have kind of a narrative process to my stuff. All of these things are part of a larger story.
What's the story here? Do you mind sharing?
Well, this is actually a Bible story, Jacob and Esau. So this is a picture of the twins, famous twins from the Bible, in utero. But I like to imagine that there's a natural force behind everything that we do, and that can be expressed through this type of loose mathematics that would be like the womb and the motherly spirit, and all of that encompassing these two little twins, and everything that they did with their lives that influenced all of mankind. So it's fascinating to think about, like, cultural history, genetic memory, things like that.
You're absolutely, I agree 110%. Very fascinating. Please don't, get mad at me here, okay, on my ignorance. But what material is this? I was trying to look it out. I was
this is acrylic on wood.
Acrylic on wood.
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. Does it take a lot of time? Very tedious, or
Yeah, it is tedious. I mean, drawing in all that pattern and stuff like that. And I'm trying really hard as an artist to be loose as a painter and stuff like that. So I don't like to draw too much initially, so I like to explore a little bit on the board.
You kind of touched on what I was going to ask you quickly. What takes the longest, or what takes longer, is thinking of the idea and the concept you want to create, or creating it?
The ideas take the longest. It can take months to get a good idea and a sketch together for
And then it's like the light bulb goes off. You're like, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I'm ready to paint from there.
That is awesome. Okay, go ahead. Tell me about it.
What do you want to know?
Okay, what inspires you? What made you do this? The pastel colors? What's kind of behind this?
It's just my color palette that I've always liked. I mean, as far as inspiration goes, comic book art, a lot of old fairy tale stuff like Arthur Rackham and stuff like that.
I love the laissez-faire attitude you guys have. You're like, whatever, like, I love this. This is what I do. It's great, because I'd be like, I spent hours thinking and painting and stressing, and you guys are just like, no.
No.
Okay.
There's a lot of stress involved, but it's,
And you're from here in Orlando, correct?
Actually, I lived here for a while. Now I'm down in Sarasota.
I used to go to Sarasota every summer. I love that sand. Does that inspire you at all, just hanging out? Very peaceful town.
Yeah, I mean, it's just quiet. It's like, it's hard to get into trouble. So,
so you just do art.
Yeah, so you just can hang out and get what you need to get done, and then go show and wherever you're going to go show.
Very cool. I'm so happy that you guys are able to display here and hang out with me your artwork, and please don't stop. Keep doing it. We're going to keep this room open for you guys to show off your awesome work. All right? How amazing. And I want to come over here. So talk about it. What brought you to this? What inspired you? What made you do that?
I like to think of myself as a human dream catcher. And basically, I just kind of float around existence, just swallowing just ideas and creativity from everyone's souls. Like I like to, if I'm being serious, I like to create just aesthetics that I find interesting.
Okay.
So, I mean, I just take imagery, iconography, and colors, and I try to build a palette and try to build structure around that, and just make things I think people will like to look at.
I love to look at it. I think it's amazing. What inspired you to make this so big? I mean, this stands out. Take it, where do you put it? How do you do this?
I was just overcompensating.
You're overcompensating? Okay. So tell me a little more about your overcompensation of the size of the canvas, of course. So you get this, you start painting it. Are you on a ladder? Are you on a bar stool? Are you crouching? Are you on somebody's shoulder? How do you get up there? Tell me about the process.
I was actually painting this. I have a small house. I don't have a studio. I don't have any place to work this big, so I was just on the floor, crawling around.
Crawling. It's a sad vision, but you have made amazing art.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're so fun. Sean, a million names. So cool. Well, I'm definitely so excited to see your artwork, and I want to see more. I mean, please continue to show us. Please can show yourself. Do you have any other ones that you wanted to say?
Any other pieces of art?
Yeah.
No.
No, you just want to hide everything else.
Yeah, and it's not good.
Okay, so we'll hide everything and display this one.
Okay, yes.
Awesome. We are at the City Arts Factory. We're here every third Thursday, right? And we have Barneys. They're going to be taking over this entire room. So when you come out, you can grab coffee, you can grab some pastries, you can do a lot of that fun stuff. Now let me introduce you to my awesome coffee makers here with Barneys to help me out today. What's your name?
Camilo.
Camilo.
William.
And William. Okay, so you guys are actually going to help me make a fancy coffee because I have no domestic ability at all. So I barely know how to like open a bottle of water. So I really need a lot, have a lot to learn, and I'm excited about it. Then we get to serve you and you get to try my coffee and you tell me how it tastes. Okay, what's your name?
Mark.
Mark, okay, well you can wave, everyone's seeing you. And then you get to judge me if I made it and I did okay. All right, so what's my first step? Let's start it. So we're here, about to make some coffee.
Okay, good. Actually, first thing would be, if we were at the store, we would start by grinding the coffee fresh.
Okay.
We would do 26 grams of coffee for 450 grams of water. So we have a master barista right here. He can walk you through the process.
Okay, so we are grinding the coffee, correct? I guess I am doing it, right?
Yeah.
Can I do this with the microphone? No, it's ground. Okay, we just ground it. Okay. So, and we put our filter, but this is very fancy and pretty. What is this?
It's called a pour-over method. It's a kind of a personal, smaller quantity of coffee.
And what's it called again?
It's called a pour-over.
Oh, pour-over method. Okay, so I pour it all in, hence the name, pour-over method. Okay. Alrighty. So now we are pouring in water. Very hot water. Very careful. Thank you, William.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
Thanks.
All right, cool. So now we get the hot water and we just literally pour it in.
Yeah. Normally you pre-wet the filter too before you pour it in,
Okay.
but
Okay, so now we're waiting for the water to seep, and we wait. Tell me a little bit about that.
Basically, right now, if you see that bubbling right there, that's the carbon dioxide kind of coming out of the coffee.
Okay.
Basically, he's pouring water, agitating the coffee right now, kind of creating an even extraction. It really brings out the characteristics in the coffee. So you can see how the coffee actually starts changing color as it falls down. Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Okay, so now we wait. How long does this usually take? Is it, it's for it to seep through the filter and
quick?
2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes? I think we can chat for 2 to 3 minutes.
This is a pour-over method. There are different methods that are similar to this, like the Chemex, which actually has a thicker filter that actually extracts more of the oils and the natural oils in the coffee.
Okay, very cool. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for this to fill. Mark, you're gonna have a cup of coffee, so am I. We're gonna cheers, and we pray that it tastes good. Now tell me a little bit about the Barneys here. You guys are entering the City Arts Factory of other locations. You were telling me some fun facts about Barneys that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, actually not a lot of people know, but Barneys actually has food now in all of our stores. Park Avenue, started with Park Avenue with our new concept where we have locally sourced foods. We have farm to table. We have our own garden. We grow our own vegetables. So we have a great selection of beer and wine. So
okay, beer and wine at a Barneys.
Yeah.
That's really cool because people study. That might actually be a mess as people study and they're hanging out and then they're like, I'm just gonna get a glass of wine and a bottle of beer while I study. So I'm looking forward to tasting this. Oh wow, that's really good.
Good.
I can actually drink it black. It's really good. Thank you, you guys so much for being here and speaking about Barneys and what it has to offer. And I'm really excited that there'll be a Barneys right here in the City Arts Factory. So when Orlando Live is hanging out with you, showing the local art and the awesome stuff, we'll be sipping on our coffee and eating some pastries from Barneys and maybe a wine or beer or two. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, Esty, and my buddies from Barneys as I chug down my coffee. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you every third Thursday right here at the Orlando City Arts Factory with Orlando Live.